So that's your EGT right here. Now I'm gonna rev it up a little bit.
Hey guys, should we put it in race mode? That sounds fun.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Reese.
And I'm Neil.
Today we're gonna fly the EFI using our own wings. Last flight we were gonna consider just matching the numbers against the EFI versus the Atom, but now we're gonna go a step further. We got our numbers from the last flight. Now we're gonna try to use different motors and base those numbers off of our own equipment.
Right. So he's about 30 pounds heavier than I am, so we'll see what the numbers we bring back with us. So we're doing this strictly on weight.
Your wing is a lot more efficient. I was running trims out, so I'll run the same trim patterns. The winds are about the same as yesterday, so we're gonna go for an hour flight, come back and weigh the motors, and you'll see how efficient this motor is.
We're also twinsies.
Yeah, check it out. Only available in store on property, this shirt, but plenty of merchandise on the store at aviatorppg.com. Check it out and enjoy this video. Just like we did on the last flight, we're gonna weigh each motor. Okay, it's, yep, zeroed out. Go ahead. Almost 80.6. That's what we're gonna go with. 80.6 for the EFI. Now for Rosie, little slender Atom 80 with 7 liters. We're at 62.2. Rosie's at 62.2. We're at 80 over here. We're gonna fire these up, burn about an hour of fuel.
Check. All right, Neil's getting my motor set up, plugging it in, turning the battery on. It's gonna boot up our dashboard. As you can hear, they got some fuel pumps and some mechanics working. Little beeps and clicks, and 7 liters. We're running 80 pounds. Wings already set up. Cameras are speeding. We're gonna let this warm up after we get it cranked up. Feel all 80 pounds coming off of this ground. Oh, good. Luckily, I've got biceps to spare. Make my way to a clear area. No priming? No priming? What? All right, double tap start. All right, that's nice. It's been a while since I flew with some power. I think the last time I flew at the factory R was my trip out west. It's crazy how low this thing idles. I checked goggle. Our flight time yesterday was 56 minutes. Start goggle.
Waiting for takeoff.
Yeah, ready for takeoff. Roads and streets are clear. Run with that Atom, boy. Run with that Atom. Good job, not sitting. There we go. Feel that power for the first time. That's full throttle. Coming into its own. Oh yeah, she pushes. Alright, welcome back to the Reese and Neil show. Today you are seeing the EFI for the first time being flown on a Spider 22. And yeah, we're gonna go and cut it up, have some fun, document some data, and bring it back to you. Neil's climbing like a bat out of heck, but we can climb faster. Alright, the question that a lot of people are gonna wanna know is the weight. Obviously there's a weight difference, but when you're in the air you don't feel it. So that's gonna be negated if you're good at launching your paramotor. Another question is price. obviously it has a high price tag. That's not something that isn't new about this motor. Over $5,000 American, and that's just going to come along with the limited amount of availability of this motor, and it's going to come with the R&D that goes into making this. I'm building a 1965 Mustang, and I would love to put a big snot hammed out V8. Of course, you can do that for about the same price, but that technology is a little older. It's been figured out, and any mom and pop shop can make that. So with the weight savings of the two-stroke and the EFI availability coming out in mass quantities, this would be an absolute game changer for any price tag. So yeah, it's gonna remove a lot of people out of the equation just on price. The power, just because I haven't flown a Moster in a while, it felt incredible. I just jumped off the ground with this Spider 22, and as you saw Neil running across the field, almost drop striking even. The power is absolutely there. Even more so, the efficiency of the motor is going to be really cool. So the power is neat, just because I'm always flying the Atom 80. What is the expected life of the EFI system? We just don't know yet, because the motor is so new to us. We just got it from Vittorazi. It just came in the mail a couple days ago. So as we fly it more, we'll get to know the personality of this motor. I have a two-stroke John boat, and that thing really has a mind of its own. And if you speak to any boat owner, they're gonna tell you like, hey man, I'll start my boat because it has its own personality, especially if it's a two-stroke. You gotta pump the ball a certain amount of times, you gotta turn the key while pulling the stroke, and that's just to be expected with two-strokes. So each motor coming from the factory of Vittorazi using an EFI is going to be turnkey ready. You're not going to need to pump the ball, you're not going to need to prime the motor, you're just going to hit the switch and it's going to start, which is going to be absolutely insane. Like I said, when I started this motor, one of the reasons I didn't buy a Moster was because I would crank on this motor and sometimes not even start it, due to the fact that the pull start's a little bit stronger of a pull than the Atom 80, and then, you know, there's a little bit of a sequence there that you need to figure out. So the EFI, being able to hit the button and it just starts, is a freaking game changer for me especially. I'm loving this limitless. I'm just weight shifting with just like a little lift of my butt cheek here and just staying up to speed and accurately falling. As I say that, he's gonna go for a little rip. Neil likes his little wingy dingies. Yep, so we're up here. I'm gonna go ahead and follow him down. Here we go. Got a little chase cam back there. Hope you're enjoying the view. I'm not familiar with this motor, so I'll definitely play it conservative. I'm not a big wing over type guy. Definitely don't need to push it. I'm flying 80 pounds of a motor right now, so I expect to come back at 75 pounds. But yeah, just a little bit of wingy dingy here is just super enjoyable this morning. Got a little bit of ground fog. This is Lake Easy. I get to wake skate on this lake occasionally. Shout out to my boy Brennan, who's traveling the country. Got his new van, and our little favorite Australian who joined us a couple times on that boat. We miss you, Evan, already. A quick little first experience with the dashboard, because I don't know how to use it. I'm just pressing buttons, hoping that it does something, but I just can't get it to change displays, so we'll figure that out. Definitely at altitude, so we'll come down here and play with Neil. It's a good day, light winds, a little bit of ground fog. We're gonna play a little conservative just because it's my first time flying this motor. What the heck? There's a boat in this tiny little pond.
You have been flying for 10 minutes.
I've been flying for 10 minutes. Oh, neat.
Your current altitude is near 1,100 feet.
Thank
The
you.
wind is coming from the northeast. You're 10 o'clock at 3 miles per hour.
Oh, that's
Your takeoff
cool.
location is about 7 minutes away towards your 6 o'clock.
Sick. That's some good information given to me by Gaggle. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. So we'll leave that by itself there. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know that I'll be able to toggle through the display all that much. We'll be making a video about the display here shortly, because I don't know what I'm doing here. So hopefully it goes back to the values that we had on the screen earlier, so you can follow the efficiency levels. There's like a fox. I've never seen a fox before in Florida, or that's a coyote. That coyote. Pretty little guy. I've definitely seen coyotes. And a hawk, or an osprey. That's an osprey. I dig the weight shift on this machine, though. I've been flying that Mavic a little too long. Just gets stuck in my ways. And this is a limitless paramotor, guys. This thing is weight shifty. Foot drag. Don't want to kick too much sand up, but prop. It's got some prop skills here. We're fully trimmed out, so we're going to be fast. We're going to be sucking up Neil here in a little bit. Trench run. Get some weight shift in there. Oh my God, does it have some weight shift? Almost a little out of control there. Got to get in tune with this motor. Freaking rad. So this setup is, I guess, Neil certified. So it's got a lot of weight shift on the Limitless, but even more so, I feel it's like really pronounced on this machine. I wonder if Neil has it set up in a certain way. Like, I really feel the weight shift capabilities. It really, you know, I feel it moving the wing. And one of the things that is known on the Limitless, it feels like it has a lot of torque, a lot of P factor, where the motor is torquing the frame in the direction that the prop is spinning. But I don't really feel it so pronounced on this actual motor, and I wonder if that's another reason. That he's got it set it up in a certain way. Because they have the total control system, which allows you to do a lot. I guess Bitch and Betty's talking. Sorry, can't talk over her. Another reason I don't really weight shift all that much is when I'm a camera ship flying the Atom, I don't really weight shift because I have a selfie stick or a gimbal, a knee gimbal, and so when I'm getting hugged up on people, I just don't weight shift because I don't have the capability. I don't have 2D steering, so I don't know why my hands go left and right whenever I do pull my brakes, but I feel like it adds a little bit more fine tuning on the brake pressure. And when I'm flying with someone, proximity, I feel like it really helps my flying. Oh, got an alligator hanging out in that water, looking like a little Jesus. Little hands are spread wide open there. Little soft-shell turtle. I love that you get to sightsee with a paramotor. As easy and convenient. You know, it's summertime in Florida. I'd be sweating up a storm. Something's showing 600 degrees Celsius. I wonder what that is. Alright, found a little unique one. Time to engine service, 94.
Location is straight ahead and is
Betty.
about 17 minutes.
Time to engine service reset, 94. I wonder if that's like when it ticks down to 0 is when you gotta service your engine. Hey guys, should we put it in race mode? That sounds fun. That wasn't so bad. I cycled through the data and now I'm back to the info, and yeah, I'm figuring this thing out with no education before this flight on how this thing operates. You gotta test it. Is it foolproof? Is it dummy proof? Is the EFI dummy proof? Could Reese fly this motor? So I keep seeing 700 degrees Celsius, which would be 1,292 degrees Fahrenheit. So there's a little bit of a problem here coming from a foreign country. Everything's in Celsius and maybe in a different value than I'm used to. After toggling through this display plenty of times, I've actually find it to be completely useful and really easy to figure out. So there is a little bit of a concern with this Celsius number. There's a 500 degrees Celsius at, well, here it's going down. So 179 degrees Celsius when I'm at idle. All right, so it didn't get all the way to 700, but 659.
You've been flying for 30 minutes.
Bitch and Betty's back. So we've been flying for 30 minutes.
Your current altitude is near 1,100 feet. The wind is coming from the southwest.
We've got some information
You're
from Goggle.
At 4 miles per hour. Your takeoff location is straight ahead and is about 10 minutes away.
Got it. Thank you, Gaggle. Again, I don't know when the 360 camera turned off, so unfortunately you might not get a bit of a dashboard read, but hopefully you just trust that I'm giving you the right information that I'm reading. And in the beginning, it was a slight bit concern to go through it. I couldn't change the dashboard. I was pressing all the buttons and none of them were operating. So I said that we'll end up doing a bit of a tutorial on how to use this dashboard, the display unit, as they call it. And yeah, I figured it out after about 15 minutes of playing around. The buttons are a little bit hard plasticky, so you when you press them down, they have like a slight click to it, but I didn't know if I was pressing hard enough. Yeah, I wonder what the Insta360's problem is. It's really not happy. So I was asking what everyone's consensus was, if you think the EFI is gonna burn less fuel than the Atom. Oh yeah, you can really smell the orange grows down here. It's insane. Oh, it smells so good. Yeah, sorry about the 360 camera on the Fritz. I used it for Neil and it worked for the entirety of the flight. And now, of course, the next day it's not happy, and I don't know why. So we have about 20 minutes to land. I think he's gonna try to go around this lake like we did yesterday. Which the winds are quite favorable. It's very calm out here. As you can see on the lakes, there's a lack of ripples, which indicates low wind. Man, have I missed flying. It's been a while, guys, since I got up in the air. Yeah, trying to give you as much technical feedback as I'm getting from the motor, but I'm extremely comfortable with it right now. It hasn't given me any indication of spits or sputters. There's some turkey, some wild turkey running down there. Oh, some deer. Neil, gotta keep your head on a swivel, pal. Got Bambi over here. Two young does hanging out together. What's up, fam? Oh, so cute. Oh man, I do miss the Moster power because like,
Your current altitude is
oh,
near 300
Betty.
feet.
Betty,
The wind is coming from the
coming into a
southeast
pocket like
at
this with an
9
Atom would be
at 3
so
miles
scary.
per hour.
It is freeing. It's freeing to have the power back. Makes me want to play a little bit more. And I play too much sometimes. Coming for Neil, coming for you, Neil. Donna, Donna. I really need to have Tucker Guy come down here and fly across the state of Florida. If you are in the comments right now, let's comment for Tucker Guy. Fly from one side of Florida to the next using the EFI machine. I think he can make it no problem now without a fuel stop. If you haven't seen his video of him trying that, you should definitely go check it out because I may or may not have stranded Ross on a fuel stop. Well, I hope you've been enjoying the ride. We're kind of on our home stretch, but because I don't have any cameras to put away, you're basically along for the ride.
Your current altitude is near 200 feet.
We're doing really good on time. We got 15 minutes and it says from Gaggle. It's only gonna take us 5, so we got 10 minutes to kill. Dang, this power is nuts. I love it. Couldn't do that with an Atom. Little Atom boy. What up, little Atom boy? Alright, we're approaching our destination. Pre-flight landing checklist. Coming in for a landing. Oh, there's that safe start. Alright, will it save me? Oh no, it will not. Oh, that safe start though. I had to wait 4 seconds and it didn't want to wait. Well, now that we're on the ground and I have a little bit to walk, we'll see.
Landing detected. Waiting for next takeoff.
We'll see if I really feel this weight now.
All right, let's see the shutdown sequence. Is it just an on-off switch?
Off. Unplug it.
And unplug it.
I'll pull the dead off it here in a bit.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.
And that's it. And then maybe put your battery to charge so that you start with 100%.
Yeah, we're down to 30%-ish, so I'm gonna go ahead and charge it.
But it is the moment of truth. We have just got back on the ground. The EFI lost 5 pounds yesterday, and today, flying a fully loaded Spider.
73. What do we start at?
73.6.
80.
We started at 80.
Started like right at, it was like right at 80, right?
Yeah.
Or 80.2 or something.
The EFI for me today lost a total of 7 pounds on the nose for an hour of flight, compared to Neil's yesterday lost 5 on that efficient Viper XC. All right, let's see what he burned on the Atom 80, and I think this is what we've all been waiting for. 55.4. That is insane. We did the math, we ran the numbers. The numbers are in, the EFI has been weighed, the Atom has been weighed.
We burned 2 pounds more fuel on the Atom 80 versus the Moster EFI.
Because just doing our motors yesterday on our own wings, we couldn't really figure out how to compare it, but because we have 2 different motors on both our setups, 2 pounds of fuel more was burned on the Atom 80.
Basically flew the same pattern as yesterday as well to try and keep it as consistent as we could.
And flew for an hour.
Yeah, flew for exactly an hour. All we did was switch motors, kept our same wing and everything, and both of us were 2 pounds, burned 2 pounds more on the Atom 80 versus the Moster EFI.
That means the EFI is more efficient than the Atom 80, yeah?
I would say so, yeah.
Dang, with that power, you are burning less fuel than the Atom. We don't know the maintenance schedule yet. A lot of people have been asking.
Yeah,
that's
gonna come with time.
There's some secret sauce built into this motor that we can't really talk about just yet, but as the time gets built on this motor, the more logs, the more data we collect from this and send it to Vittorazi, the more information you guys are gonna get. I hope you enjoyed this video and watching. Please put all your comments and questions down below, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.